Hey guys, what's going on? Back again with another video, and this one's going to talk about the tweet that Treyarch sent out yesterday about what's kind of going on at their studios and kind of company-wide, what's been going on. And again, I tell people I'm trying not to be the typical YouTuber, so I'm going to not monetize this video. I'm not going to try and make cash in on it, cash in on a topic, a button topic. I'm not going to do like a quick cash grab video like other YouTubers do. And this is going to talk about a lot of different things, but first I want to talk about the tweet that was sent out, and I guess it discusses a lot of stuff that's been going on at the studio and maybe even company-wide. So I'm not going to monetize it, and it's going to address a lot of different issues that's been going on, and it's pretty ironic, a lot of the stuff that you're going to hear me talk about. Again, I know this is kind of like a weird video topic to talk about. I try to stay away from this stuff, and even YouTube kind of recommends that you stay away from hot button topics or controversial topics. It's kind of their agreement also that like not to put videos up that's gonna like spread hate or talk about certain topics. They want you to create your own content. They're not necessarily want to be known as a news station or whatever, where you just kind of talk about news and stuff like that. It's more about creating personal content on YouTube, not necessarily, finding hot button political and social conflicts that are going on, just to kind of cash in on it. They might actually demonetize you if they find out you do a lot of that stuff. Again, with all that being said, let me try to just dive into what they tweeted out yesterday, and I'm gonna try and zoom in. Hopefully, nothing crashes. It says, our goal as a studio is to make awesome games for the world to enjoy. Having the privilege to pursue that endeavor is made possible because of Treyarch's people. We are a studio comprised of smart, talented, world-class creative professionals who seek to perform at our best. Our culture has no room for sexism, harassment, racism, bigotry, discrimination, or bullying. As we move forward, providing a safe, diverse, inclusive working environment so that all may thrive will be our highest priority. Everyone at Treyarch is drawn to game development because we possess a deep love for the artistry of video games and the magic that can create moments that matter. That this is a moment that matters, and it starts by being better. Okay, so that's their message. Again, they want to kind of move on from what's been going on right now. And again, I'm going to address a lot of different things. The number one thing, this happened yesterday, and I think I might have saw only one um, YouTuber, big YouTuber, and I didn't click on the video because they're one of the toxic YouTubers. So I might eventually go back and watch it because I just kind of assume that they just want to cash in on it. They're probably just gonna hate on the studio, because that's some tweets that I've been seeing on Twitter. Is that like no matter what they say, people are gonna put a twist on it to cash in on it to get clicks. They want to get you emotionally involved and get you to click on their link or click on their tweet or give them a heart or a thumbs up or whatever. So I've seen some news channels and stuff like that comment about it. Again, they can make this like 10 paragraphs long about the most positive message that they're sending out, and people just want to cash in and hate on it and twist on it. So that's one thing, is what I started to mention, is that like I don't see any of the typical hateful toxic zombie YouTubers commenting or making a video about this positive message they sent out. And that's something, and I'm not trying to deflect the real topic that's going on, because I know people are going to say, well, you're just trying to like um, you know pivot away from the real topic. But it's so sad, and again, I've said this on Twitter multiple times, not necessarily on YouTube, but the same hateful toxic YouTubers are the same ones that get invited year in and year out to the studio. Now that Treyarch actually sent out a positive, nice message, I don't think I saw any of them comment on it, or maybe the usual suspects. I haven't really seen them comment or make a video on it. Well, I know the argument's going to be, well, they don't want to cash in on it. Well, you don't have to cash in, because I'm not going to cash in on it. I'm just going to not monetize the video. But I haven't seen them, stand up with Treyarch or agree with them and stuff like that. But like I said in the past, um, if somebody in the break room at Treyarch breaks a plate on the floor or spills coffee on their keyboard, everybody pumps out a video within like an hour about that, rather than like something positive that happens at Activision or Treyarch or Call of Duty. Now, with that being said, I do understand that a lot of those big zombie YouTubers are toxic and negative and hateful and have bigotry in, you know, I have a lot of this stuff. I'm not gonna name names. I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but it's something, like I said, I've noticed probably at least since, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3. Every time a new game comes out, nobody's good at. A lot of these channels aren't good at solving stuff. Again, they're not good at really playing the game. Yeah, they put up funny content and stuff like that. Yeah, they have personalities and stuff like that, but um, I would like to see that like this message really gets used, or message gets implemented, where like, and the sad part is, like, I tell people, I might sound like I'm jumping all over the place because it's not rehearsed or not scripted or anything like that, but um, you go on Twitch, maybe even on YouTube, there's so many more positive channels that actually love the game that you can promote, rather than promoting the same hateful, bullying, bigotry type zombie YouTubers that have been there hating on the game for the last 12 years, and hating on, this dev, that dev. And I would like to see them in the future, go on Twitch, go on YouTube, and find some more newer faces to promote and send out. And I myself, I have to kind of like, cash a check that my mouth is writing. I try to stay away from those big zombie YouTubers. Like, I used to click on their videos and stuff like that. Now I don't follow any of them on Twitter. I don't follow any of them on Twitch or YouTube. Well, maybe, yeah, not YouTube, but and definitely not Instagram. So that's the thing too. Like, these hateful channels, they know that as soon as they put a hateful video up, it's gonna generate like 10,000 views in like 5 minutes. So that's why they do it. So the only way to kind of end all that stuff that goes on, the negative, toxic stuff that goes on, is you kind of have to kind of just end it, and then like, just walk away from like all that stuff. And I think both sides need to kind of just like cut ties and just take the L, whatever, as the saying goes. Again, with all that being said, I didn't see. I don't want to say check every single zombie YouTuber, because that would be sound kind of like psychotic. But at the same time, I don't see any of them tweeting about this or saying like Treyarch's doing the right thing, Call of Duty's doing the right thing, they're getting a step in the right direction. Either they didn't comment on it, or they commented negative on the positive statement. So again, with all that being said, kind of go over the statement again. Is a lot of bad things happen at some of the studios at Activision the last couple of years. Now, I do like where they talk about the devs, how the devs are like. I wish there was a way for Activision themselves to kind of promote the devs, and that's actually something that I thought about a couple months ago, weeks ago. Is, instead of promoting these negative, toxic zombie YouTubers, why not just have the devs have their own little podcasts, um, every week or every once a month or twice a month, and the devs play the game, and the devs, talk about the game and promote the devs more. And that's what I said about 115 Day. Like, I love what COD Mobile does, and I love that COD Mobile is in its own little bubble. They actually have really great ideas, and they have good stuff, and they have good celebrations. They have a really good fan base because they don't have the negative zombie YouTubers or the negative content creators or negative whatever down their throat trying to correct everything. Like, every time, imagine if they did. Imagine every time COD Mobile released something at like 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock on a Tuesday or Thursday or whatever, that these zombie YouTubers just make a hateful video. And that's the unfortunate truth that's going on at Treyarch. Is every time they create content, they have literally 50, 20, like 10, anywhere from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 content creators just bashing the content. You know, and that's fine. You could do that, but when it's the ones that get sent out and get paid, and then they only get paid to hate on the game, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I tell people, I know there's a saying, if you try and make sense of an imperfect world or something like that, you're just gonna drive yourself crazy. The world isn't perfect. But again, COD Mobile is just more enjoyable. You go on their Twitter um, feed or their tweets, and they don't have hateful, toxic people on their tweets. And that leads me to the next thing. The next step that Treyarch, Call of Duty, Activision needs to do is go on Twitter, get a moderator, and just ban or block all the hateful, negative, sexist, discriminating, racist comments on their tweets, and just block them, get them off the feed. Like, people aren't on Twitter to kind of do good things. They're just on there to kind of like be trolls. So I know a lot of it has to do with the studio, and I think that's gonna fix itself as far as like um, you know, HR and the hiring process, hiring the right people. But again, it's kind of a mess in a way, because it's a lot of different areas. It's on Twitter, it's on YouTube, it's who they fly out, it's a bunch of things, it's who they have working at the studio. And again, like I said it multiple times, something that I noticed a couple years ago, but then you look back to like 2012 when Transit first came out. Transit's not, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's not as bad as people make it out to be. You can still kind of travel to different areas of the map and train and kill zombies, and fighting the Avogadro is pretty fun and stuff like that. And Die Rise isn't that bad. Buried isn't that bad. Mob of the Dead and Origins aren't that bad. But like, it's just that it became a culture of just bashing on the games and the maps that come out, and then like the same people that are doing are the ones that get invited to the studio a year. Like, how awkward must that be if you work for a studio and your job is to create content for them, and it's pretty good content, but then the studio and the studio head and Activision are flying people to the studio that you have to be friends with, and then they go back and bash the game after they leave the studio and just put negative content up the whole year. Like, how awkward. Like, nobody wants to really work for a studio like that. It's just the weirdest thing. Again, a lot of the wording is cool that's in there. They do have the smartest, most talented, and I've said that since probably 2015, 2016, when I really got involved in like the story and the story writing and figuring out the maps. And I'm gonna end it with this again, saying it probably the millionth time, is if the zombie YouTubers and a lot of people have spent more time looking deep into the game and trying to get better at the game, they're going to see how great these games are and how smart and talented and creative the devs are. And they're really the best in the industry. Everybody says that. Everybody kind of now models their games after and maps and games after what Treyarch and Call of Duty has done. So they've been doing something right. It's so weird that they have the worst people promoting their games. It's the only thing I know. Like I said, it goes deeper than that. It goes to like really bad stuff that's been happening, and all that needs to be fixed. And it happened a long time ago, and hopefully it's all being fixed or has been fixed. Again, I'm just gonna leave it at this. Again, is that it's sad to see that like people aren't even like commenting on this in a positive way. Like, the people that like should be supporting the studio are not, and then you have other people just bashing whatever positive thing they say. Anyways, it's an awkward situation. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys later.